Hello everyone, welcome to House Flipper 2 tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you all the stuff in the Sandbox uh, mode, and also everything in the store. So, starting off with the tabs up here and the search bar. So, we have the building, which is basically everything you need for the actual structure of the house. Interior, which is basically just decorations, like kitchen stuff, bathrooms, nature, or like plants, I guess, which is basically you could have pots and stuff inside with plants in them, and you could also have stuff outside, like these stones or like other plants, like just in front of the house, say. And then outside, which is basically just like the stuff you'd see if you were walking down a street or like a neighborhood. So starting out with the building tab. We have architectural elements, which is basically like all the main stuff that'll go into your house, like stairs, roof, fences, like just big things like that. I mean, these things aren't really that big, obviously, but like you get the general idea. And then in building accessories, these are basically just like tools and stuff that you could. I'm pretty sure this is new actually. Whatever. This is basically a bunch of like building stuff that you could just like put into like say like a workshop or a garage or something. I mean they don't actually like work, but like I mean they you could like put them as decoration and it adds like it makes your whatever you're building seem more like realistic and more like I don't know, yeah, cool. And then dev, this is just like a bunch of like wallpaper and like carpets and stuff. I mean it's not really that relevant. Doors, this is like all the entryways. And then installations, there's a bunch of like I guess like more detailed stuff. Like pipes, outlets, like radiators, boilers, like just stuff. I mean it doesn't actually like, do anything, but like it's stuff that like will make it seem more accurate to like real life. And then sandbox only is stuff that I mean it's pretty self-explanatory. You can only get in sandbox mode. So it's basically like basically all the stuff you see here. It's just stuff that is in like the story, but like you can't actually use it in the story mode. So it's just sandbox. So you can use like damaged wallpaper, like damaged like bathroom stuff, like toilet sinks, mattresses that are broken. And then they also have beams, and they also have molding, which I think is pretty cool. TV mount. Oh, and these are very useful. If you want to make like a door seem more curved or something, you could just like put this on one corner, or like a door frame, and then like on the other corner as well. And it makes it seem more like more like soft instead of like a harsh like square frame. And then surface finishes, you don't really need to use any of this stuff because you could just change it in the painting tool. Windows, which is pretty self-explanatory, just windows. So you could like place these wherever in your house. These ones you could like add with like say like I don't know like these or something. Say you could change the way they look. Like here you could like change like whatever they look like. I mean you could do it with everything. And then in interiors there is like what do you call it? They have a bunch of kitchen stuff and bathroom fixtures. This is whatever you need for a bathroom really. They have bathtubs, showers, sinks, toilets, and then whatever that is. Anyways, then we have the beds. And I don't know why they had to do a whole section just for beds, but they did. So they have bunk beds, cribs, normal beds or double beds, and then single beds. Next, you have the cabinets. So this is stuff for, I mean, you could use it for bathrooms like this. I've used it for bathrooms. Uh, and there's like sinks for like kitchens. I mean, mostly you use this in kitchens, so like maybe laundry rooms even. And maybe bathrooms if you want. They have hanging cabinets, so you could put them like above and like store stuff in there. It just adds to like the kitchen feel, you know? And then you have standing cabinets, which is basically just normal cabinets you'd see in a kitchen. They're standing from the floor. Next, we have decorations, which are like basically everything you need to like do more intricate detailing in your house, like make it seem like more like people actually live there. So you have like rugs, then you have pictures, which is basically just pictures. Then you have vases. Also with the picture frames, I could make another video on that if you guys want. Just comment down below and I'll do it. Next you have like a like more formal decorations, I suppose. And then we have like more like wall decorations. Next you have electronics. Uh, so there's like computers, which is basically like everything you need for like a computer setup. Then you have like a bunch of, I guess, here, what do they call it? Yeah, entertainment. That's a perfect word for it. And then you have hobbies. So there's art and music, which is like just, I mean, basically pretty self-explanatory. And then there's games, which is basically everything like related to games. And then in appliances, or home appliances, whatever, they have like larger appliances like ovens, dishwashers, washing machines. And then they have smaller devices as well, which is basically just, I mean, smaller devices. Then you have lights. So you have ceiling lamps, which are basically just lamps you could hang on the ceiling. Then you have standing lamps. You have light switches for controlling all the lights. And then you have table lamps. Then you have wall lamps. Then you have seats, which are pretty self-explanatory. Couches and like armchairs and stuff. Uh, let's see, low storage. I usually use this one as like a entertainment center, like a TV cabinet as they called it. They have shelves up here. Small storage, these are like nightstands, and like, I don't think, yeah, these aren't coffee tables, these are just nightstands. Tall storage, cabinets, bookcases, stuff like that. Wardrobes, basically in replacement of a closet or inside of a closet. Then you have all this stuff, and then tables, lastly, in this section. Uh, let's see, they have like a bunch of different tables for console tables. They have desks, tables you can put in like a kitchen. Then you have like coffee tables, and then you have the picnic table again, you know. So these are like all like the nature decor, so like mushrooms, rocks, tree stumps, sticks. Then you have all these plants, which there are way too many for me to like actually go over them. Pots, these are like a bunch of dead plants. Shrubs, trees, which are like the same as shrubs, but like taller, or whatever the heck these things are. Vines and hanging plants. And lastly, for the sections at least, there's accessories, which is a bunch of like outside stuff, like signs, and specifically they have like garden stuff. They have signs, they have like gazebos, I guess. Then they have gardening tools, which I mean are pretty self-explanatory. Uh, and then they have bike stands, barbecues, and a bunch of other cool stuff here. If you guys want me to go more in depth about all this stuff, I can make a video on that. And then they have lights, which are basically just outside lights. Alright, so now that I gave you a tour of the creative menu, or like not the menu, the store, now I could show you this. You can access this by right-clicking on your mouse. So I'll start off with the build tool. So you could place a wall like this. You drag it out and like you could either drag it out like this way, this way, this way, this way, down as well, up. So say you make a wall that's like 9 by 18, why not? So this is like a wall, and you could quick Control Z to delete it or to undo, and then Control Y to redo, and you could do this with anything as well. And then the virtual walls are more of just like if you want someone to like not be able to get past something, you could place it down and if they like play the map, they won't be able to get past it. So surface finishes. This is like painting basically. You could do this with anything. So say I wanted like slate stone tiles. I can make them a little bit bigger, rotate them. and then I could just place it down. Place it down like this. And then if you wanted to try something else, it has yeah, cut pattern, perfect. You could choose from the cut patterns. Only some like, certain things have these, unfortunately. So you could like choose like that cut pattern, then place it down like this. You could see that. You could also make the like rotate it. You can make it bigger. So you want it like that instead, or like that more realistically. And then remove walls. So you could like make like a little window here. And even though they have windows, you have roofs. So you could. Oh yeah. Also you could like double click space to fly. You can make roofs like this by clicking on like one point and then like dragging it out until the end and clicking again. You could also click R, which will change the way the roof looks, like the type of roof it is. So this is like this. Change it to that. You could rotate it using the scroll wheel. Uh, you could use this to make it extend out, just like in one direction. This is like in two directions, and this is just normal again. And you could also right click to cancel an action. And then you have surface quests, which are like you could like choose this to be painted with a certain thing. Like say, I don't know. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'll go more in depth with this stuff if you guys want me to. And then you have the wall quests, which are basically like to destroy or like to build a certain wall or destroy a certain wall, like here. And then uh, this is just to clear them. And then you have land sculpting. So say you could scroll, you could use the scroll wheel to make it bigger or smaller. You could change the way it is, like you can make it like flatter like this, or like completely flat like this on the top. You can change the radius, which is like how like big it is around. The intensity of like how much it changes it, and then the height, like of how high it'll go. So say you make it like, see like the blue thing right there, that shows how high it like tops out at. You could change the shape as well. And then you have land paintings. You could change like the biome that it is. And you press R to change most things. So you could change it to like dirt, say. You could change it so it looks like that. It's pretty nice. You could make it so you can make land holes for like a basement. So you just click and drag. And then if you want to fill the hole, you could press R and it changes to fill mode. You could edit land borders, stains and dirt. You could like add stains like here. You could, like turn them. And then for dirt management, you can make it so like you could clear it or you could like hide it. And then here, you could change like what tool you gotta use for it, you know? And then for one of the last things almost, you could generate trash. You could choose like, I don't know, rubble piles, why not? You could just like toss them around here. Make it like dirty, you know, dirty it up. And then you have edit grass. And what you could do with this, you could scroll out and then like originally what it does is it goes to the highest here and then it flattens it to the ground like this. So it's like ground level and there's no grass. You can change that by making it say like wild, which is the tallest, tidy, which is like medium and looks like pretty nice, and it just changes it no matter what. It'll add grass or destroy grass, like based on what you choose. You could like scroll in and out to change the size, I think I said that. And then unpacking quests, you could like add this to make it, I mean, you have to place boxes down, but you can make it so like there's boxes and you have to unpack them. Actually, yeah, I'll show you guys. Yeah, like this. So you place it like here, say. There we go. I'm sorry. You have to like pick it up off the floor and press E on here. And then take photos, which is basically just like take a photo. It's pretty neat. Should probably escape in this actually. So you could choose certain things and just drag them into wherever you want, like up here. Personally, I have hands, which are like the most. I just do it in like order of like how much priority it has. So I have basically just this. I'm start to show you guys these things. So the hand tool, it makes it so you could like move any object except for walls and ground. Besides, you can move anything, anywhere. The architect tool is basically just selling. So you could sell like this. Edit wiring, you need a lamp for this and a light switch. And then you could take the edit wiring tool and click on the light switch and then click on the object you want it to light up. And when you press E on the light switch, it'll light it up. So one of the last ones, a transform tool. So you could take this on like this and like move it out like a certain distance. Like here, you can move it out or up or here. And it just changes where the thing is. So now it's just floating. It's pretty neat, you know? And then item quests. So this is where you select an item like this. And then you could choose to like make it so it's to sell it or to buy it. And that wraps up the guide. And G is just to fly or not. I just used spacebar twice. It's like Minecraft if you've played it. So that wraps up my guide. So I hope you guys uh enjoy it and subscribe. Uh good night.